Hey Doreen, I'm out at the spring bank property, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you through each bed, measure it, and record it, because it is raining too much to record. This is the bed at the front entrance, and she would like this bed edged where the grass is here. So I'm going to measure it, and as I walk by, I'm going to say needs a weeding. These potentilla can use some shape, little trim. I told her to keep control of these suckers. There's just a little bit of weed, not bad at all. So she'd like this edged with the aluminum edging. It's 49 feet of edging. The entire perimeter of this bed is 91 feet. This is the bed west of the front door. In the very back corner here, there's a lot of centurion that needs to be removed. The rose needs to be shaped down a little bit, the deadwood removed, the double flowering plum, or might be actually an almond, needs to be shaped. There's a lot of hawthorn suckers that need to be removed, roses to be shaped. This is a little lilac that can get shaped after blooming. Just some basic weeding in this bed. I would also mulch it. It's not bad. She might mulch in the fall, but I would quote her anyway. This potentilla could use some shaping. She's going to take care of some of this. There's a spruce here that's not looking great. I don't know if it's going to make it, so we are going to just keep an eye on that. This looks maybe a Teresa Brunet rose or something like that. It definitely needs to be taken back just to the main rose. Just leave maybe 3 main ones and take out all the rest of the suckers. Another lovely lilac, area. All of this can just get cleaned up, weeded. It's not too bad for weeds either. We are going to control these euphorbia. Take these roses back to the main one. Trim out the dead of the juniper here. This is that Toba hawthorn that's got so many suckers. Again, more rose suckers that just need to be controlled. And now we're on the west side of the house, and I'm going to make a different video for that. But first I'm going to measure the grass area to where I'm standing from the front door and the area of the garden for mulch. So this bed from the front door to the corner of the house over here is about 120 square feet area for mulching, and it's 30 linear feet for edging on the grass side. This is the bed on the directly on the west side. Sorry, I had to put my glove on the west side of the property, where the porch is. It needs a little bit of cleanup. There's lots of little yarrow in here, some weeds. Not too bad. It could use a mulch. I told her to keep the cerastium in this situation because she does have lots of space. Again, we have the suckers under the hawthorn, the seedlings that need to get removed. What else have we got in here? Just, I'd leave the ground cover pretty much. Some of this Nepeta catmint is getting a little out of hand. Again, lots of suckers. Lots and lots of suckers that need to be removed. Leave them in a pita around the window. And the cerastium. There's some more rose suckers here that can come out. This bed goes all the way under this porch. And just some weeding. It's not too bad. She's real good at keeping it up, so she just needs a hand to get things under control. So once again, I'm going to measure the area of this bed from the where I left off on the last bed and to the stairs here, and I'm going to measure the edge of the grass so you can quote for edging. Now I have to take my glove off. Sorry. The perimeter of this bed is 130 feet, and the edging along the grass is about 67 feet. This bed close to the house, she's done a really good job of looking after, and I think for this time she's going to leave it alone. What she'd like to do is call you back when she needs help again and see if you can book it in. So this is the north side of the house, and I don't believe she wants edging here either. So here's more north side. Probably in the fall she's gonna want, you know what, we'll leave that for now. So yeah, this is the northeast corner of the house. These are the bags that she wanted hauled away, but she's just gonna call a junk hauler to come and get them. So this area, not a ton. This little bird's nest spruce isn't looking great. We could use some pruning. And I think it's an elder back in there. Could use a little bit of shape. There's some of the junipers are not looking fantastic. They could use just some cleanup. And this bed could use some mulch. So I'm going to measure the perimeter of the bed in the next video. So the perimeter of the bed on the northeast corner of the house is about 95 feet. This is the little stream bed area. It needs some weeding, not too much, particularly grass. Not too much on one side. Maybe a little bit of pruning on a couple of these shrubs just to shape them. Nothing too much. Mostly it's going to be weeding on this side. Lots of grass in here. I'll measure the perimeter and not sure if that shrub is coming back. It's a little willow, I think. I don't know if it'll come back or not. Now I'm going to just have to walk around this pile of yard stuff. The other side of the stream bed. It's not too bad. I would just mulch this pretty much. Do a light weeding and mulch it. And that's going to help a ton. So there. That's not so bad. I'm going to measure the grass area for edging, and I'm going to measure the area for mulch. And because you've got a good view, you're going to see it's not going to need mulch on the whole thing, of course. But that's the general. It's pretty covered, so it's a gorgeous property out here. Nice big dogwood. Okay, now I'm going to measure this grass edge. I'm not going to do the stream bed edge. I'm just going to do the garden bed grass edge. So this bed by this little bridge, 61 linear feet for the edging and 108 perimeter for mulch. So this is the area out by the garden patch. This is all raspberries, and she probably needs like an 18-foot aluminum edging along here, so I'll measure that separately. And then from here, I would say edging, it's not too terrible out here. She's done a ton of work. Edging for the grass again, and maybe a little touch up in this row. Let's see. So I'll measure this bed first. This is the south side of the entrance to her little, I call it the farm. Isn't this lovely? I'm in love with this property. So the edging needed to keep the grass out of the raspberries, I'd say 18-inch aluminum if you can find it, is 33 feet to go through just to the raspberries. Go 35 because you might want to bring it right back to the fence back here just to keep the raspberries out of the garden. So the grass edging is 31 and the area is 46 on the south side of the garden farm area. So this is the north side of the garden farm area. It's not bad again at this point, and then you're going to get into some pretty heavy weeds. We decided to let everything from the corner of the fence here back go wild. So we're just going to weed basically from these stepping stones toward the yard and toward the play structure. The potentilla needs some pruning. There's some roses that need some pruning. There's lots of shrubs that just need shaping. This gorgeous Ohio buckeye, oh my god, so beautiful. This little spruce can come out. These shrubs can just get a basic shaping. I'm not sure what this is. I've just taken out. Looks like a little house gap back in here. Just really basic weeding in here and shaping. This is her least priority yard. There's dead spruce here. This potentilla could use some shaping, and nothing past these dogwoods needs any work at all. She's just going to let all this area go wild. She doesn't need it. She has lots of space. So I'm going to measure the area for mulch and the grass edge for edging. So the grass edging on this bed is 70 feet and the area, perimeter area, is 127. This is the bed on the west side of the property, just north of the golf area, the putting green area, sand trap. So this Mugo pine looks like it's been hit by the lawnmower a bit and it could use some pruning. These shrubs all could just use some pruning. She's not terribly worried about this area, but some shaping would be nice just to keep it looking good. Not too bad at all in here. She wasn't sure if any of the spruce trees in here might need a little bit of pruning. She'd kind of like the dead wood taken off underneath these spruces. So at the same time, you might want to shape up the caragana here. Right below that, there's some bird's nest spruce in here that are not doing well. So we're gonna just take them all out. Just, you'll see here. The cerastium can stay. Any other yard, I'd say yank it. Another bird's nest spruce that needs to go. Now in here we have yarrow. And we're gonna get rid of all the yarrow because it's taking over in here. This bed doesn't need a ton of weeding, but it does need mulch. The yarrow definitely has to go. And it looks to me like that's the main job in this bed. I'm gonna measure it just for area. I'm gonna go right up to the side of the pond here where the rock bed up top takes over. And there's right at the top of the water feature, there's a ton of yarrow in there too. I would remove all the yarrow back in here. That's going to take some work, but once it's done and mulched, it's going to be a lot better. Okay, so now I'm going to measure the area of this bed and the grass edge. So the grass edge is 115 of this bed on the south side, on the north side, sorry, of the water feature. And the area of it is about 215. The perimeter is 215. So now we're behind the fire pit, heading south. Potentilla can use some cleanup. Up at the top is a lot of quackgrass and yarrow. Right just to the pine tree is all that needs to be done. The other side is up to the neighbors. And not too bad for weeds in this area. A dead juniper that needs to be removed. Potentilla can get shaped. Shrubs can be shaped. I don't even know if I'd worry too much about mulch here. She's gonna do some more mulching in the fall, but I will measure it just so that you know how much you'll need in the fall. So we're just gonna go around the tip of this bed. Light weeding, not too much. Control the suckers on this rose. Again, I would definitely shape these potentilla. And there's a big hunk of dogwood that can come out, leave the good part, but big chunks of that can come out. Shape up the potentilla. I'd do the bare minimum out here, maybe just to this tip, to this spruce tree here, where it faces their house. The neighbors over here, I think they should take care of their own side. This spruce tree is not looking good, so it needs to have an eye kept on it. It looks like it's got that wilt problem that so many of the spruces are having right now. Larch is doing good. So now I'm going to measure the area and the grass edge of this bed on the south side of the fire room. So the perimeter of this bed is about 150, and the grass edge on this bed is 82, to do all the way back past that ailing spruce back there, which means everything that they see. So this is the bed on the east side of the front of the house. There's a few shrubs that could use some shaping. Not bad in this area. She's done a lot of work here, so this time it probably doesn't need much help at all. Maybe just those, like I said, those shrubs in the very back could use a little shape. This is a light little lilac that is going to be real nice. She may want eventually to control some of the spreading ground cover, but for now she's good. This forsythia, oh, it looks like there was a shrub in front of it. The juniper, I don't know, just a little trim. The forsythia could use some shape because whatever was in front of it, I think, damaged it. So that could quite easily just get fixed up. There's another shrub. Looks like a dogwood. I would just take that out. It looks terrible. The dogwoods in the back are okay. A little shaping. This bed's pretty good until the very back here again. Oh, this juniper could use just a touch of pruning, and all these shrubs need some shaping. This tree is not dead, it's just late coming because we're out in the spring bank. And the rose needs to be controlled back here. These suckers are pretty bad. So now I'm just going to measure the area of this bed, and there's no grass edging. So the area of this bed on the east side of the front door is about 300 perimeter. This is the bed right in the middle of the driveway here. I just basically shape up I don't even know if I touched the potentilla, maybe give it some shape and some mulch. So I'll just measure the perimeter. So the perimeter of the bed in the middle of the driveway is 78 feet. Now this big shrub bed really needs mulch, and I'll measure it for edging as well. Other than that, I think we're going to pretty much just leave it wild this year and see what happens. So yeah. So the perimeter of the big shrub bed out in front of the house is 300 feet.